This is another geometry problem. The cone has a diameter of 3 inches and it holds 12 cubic inches of water. That means it's probably a volume question. To the nearest inch, what is the height of the cone? So they gave you the volume, but you still need the volume formula. And the volume for a cone is volume equals 1/3 pi radius squared times height. And really, again, you're just going to plug numbers into the formula and then calculate out. And you do not need to memorize formulas. They will be on the test in a drop-down form. All right, we know that the volume is 12 cubic inches of water. So 12 equals 1/3. Pi is always 3.14. The radius, so they gave us the diameter. I don't know why I want to say diameter, but diameter. So when you're looking at a circle, the diameter is all the way across. The radius is halfway. So we want to make sure we don't use what they gave us. We need to cut it in half. So the radius is 1.5. 1.5, don't forget the square, times height. The height is actually what we're looking for. But we can fill in the rest of the formula because it makes it easy to find the answer. So let me turn this on. And we're going to start with, we're not even going to worry about the 12 right now because we don't need it yet, but we're going to need it. We're just going to figure out this end of the problem. So type in and use your fraction code right here, this numerator over denominator, n over d. Click that once, type in 1, arrow down, 3, arrow over to get out of those, times 3.14 times 1.5, use the little exponent key, type in the 2, arrow over to get out of that. We don't have the height, so we're just going to hit enter. 2.355. So let's rewrite this equation. 12 equals 2.3. We can even round that to 2.36 because 5 turns a 5 into a 6. H. And again, we're looking for the H. So this turns into one of those algebraic problems that we were working on when we did linear equations. You break them down, and then you get a number on one side, a number with a variable on the other. Well, to get rid of this number and get it over to the other side, we have to divide it out. And what we do on one side, we do on the other. So this is 2.36. This is 2.36. This side cancels. And then we just take our calculator again. 12 divided by 2.36 equals 5.084. And the 4 doesn't do anything to the 8. So 5.08 equals height. Let's see if this works. And again, it says, what is the height of the cone to the nearest inch? 5.08, it's going to be C5. Let's try another one. Ray made an error while solving the following equation. I'm going to rewrite the equation just because it's easier for me. 3 times x plus 6 equals x plus 8 plus x. So we'll start on this side because we need to get rid of what's inside the parentheses. 3 times x is 3x plus 3 times 6 is 18 equals, these two x's add together, 2x plus 8. Okay, so far so good. We match. Now we need to get the x's and the variables over to one side and the numbers over to the other. So let's start with getting rid of this 2x. Minus 2x, what we do on one side, we do on the other. Now we have x plus 18 equals 8. Let's check our work right there. There's his error. He didn't break down, he didn't move the 2x over with the 3. Or if he did, he added them together rather than subtracting 2 from 3. So step 2 is where he made his error, because that should be x. It should look like that. So step 2 is where he made his error. And you can keep going if you want to figure it out, but you don't need to, because that's your answer right there.